Breaking news in the Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively legal saga. Judge Liman announced this morning on Tuesday, December 9th, the trial will not be moving forward in March. But we may have a decision as early as January. Lots to get into. I hope you're ready for it. Let's dive in. This is No Filter with Zack Peter, your go-to source for all the latest pop culture and reality TV tea, serve fresh all week long. Now, let's dive in. What's up, guys? Welcome on in, everybody in the clear herb. Forgive me, I am fresh from the gym. I was going to take a shower and get ready, and I have a morning full of meetings, but then obviously this breaking news hit, and it was like, whoa, what's going on? Wackadoodle time completely caught me off guard, and so we're doing it. It's getting so we'll get into all of that in just a hot second. Lots has been going on. Lots of people have been reacting to my Miley Cyrus lawsuit. I just want to clarify that the lawsuit I discussed yesterday, it's making its rounds on social media today. Or my videos going around, and I just want to remind everybody that the case was dismissed with prejudice. Billy Ray Cyrus did win. Miley Cyrus does not have a secret mom that gave birth to her at 12 years old back in 92. The judge completely dismissed and threw all of that out. So that's one less legal drama that we can move on from. And then also, people have been asking what happened with Tom Sandoval, Ariana Madix, and Rachel Levis's lawsuit. Remember, over the Coochie video, Rachel was suing them for invasion of privacy and all of those. She was coming after Ariana and Tom, and people are like, wait, what happened to that lawsuit? Is it happening? Is it not happening? It is still currently pending. It has not been dismissed. It has not been tossed out. The Scandival lawsuit is still moving forward as of right now, but I believe there was a delay because Ariana Madix is waiting for a hearing on whether her case will get dismissed. I believe that is happening in January, maybe February. And once that is, so we're a few weeks away, still quite a few weeks away from getting a decision on that and seeing whether or not Rachel Levis's lawsuit against Ariana will move forward. It's pretty sure the case against Sandoval will be moving forward unless he settles. And as of right now, it does not appear that anybody has been settling. Now, that said, there was a hearing this morning with all of the parties, with Judge Liman, with Blake Lively's attorneys, and Justin Baldoni's team, where Judge Liman revealed that he's busy. Judge Liman said, hey, you guys, I'm a little busy right now. He's like, I have 2 other trials, and these 2 other trials are just as important as this Blake versus Baldoni trial. However, he is saying that because the other 2 trials that he has to tend to are criminal trials, that he has to postpone Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni's trial. He's like, this little thing, we have to move it. So he's pushing it back until May. So May 18th is the new trial date for Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni. Let's see. Trials Judge Liman is overseeing. I wonder if, I know people have been upset with Judge Liman. Yes, it says he's currently overseeing the high-profile legal dispute by Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively. But what are the other? I want to know what his other 2. I don't think it's been publicly revealed anywhere. It's not quite out yet. What other 2 cases? I want to know what other 2 cases. Doesn't Judge Liman know that this is the most important case? The case. The number 1 case that we're all waiting and hoping gets resolved and disputed soon. Judge Liman, you think we just fell out of a coconut tree? You think we got all day here? We don't got all day. Can we expedite it? If your other 2 cases are taking up too much time or will be taking up too much time, then you know what? Let's just expedite Baldoni and Lively. Now, there is a sliver of a chance. There's a hearing on January 22nd. Where I believe Liman will be overseeing the motions for summary judgment, and in that, I believe Judge Liman will be making a decision on whether or not this moves forward to trial or whether or not he's going to dismiss Blake Lively's claims altogether in Justin Baldoni's motion for summary judgment. we'll see what happens. As of right now, trial is no longer set for March 9th. It's now set for May 18th. So we got a little more time to go. I just want this case to be over. Like, I'm just at the point where it's like, we've seen enough, we've heard enough, we've read enough. And like, Judge Lyman just needs to know it needs to be over now. Can we just quantum leap ourselves to this finish line? Because like, I just need a decision. Christina said the judge has some other criminal cases that take precedent over civil cases. Sure, Christina, I know that's what he said, but like, come on. Copper said, my husband is going to be pissed that he has to hear about this until May now. I'm pissed that we have to talk about this until May now. But like I said, there is the next hearing is set for January 22nd. People Magazine was the first to report on this. But this is where Judge Lyman, the January 22nd hearing is where Lyman's going to hear the oral arguments for summary judgment, and we will ultimately see whether or not he moves. So there's a good chance, there's a slim chance, I should say, that this case ends in January and that Judge Lyman says, you know what? This does not need to move to trial. I will rule on the motion for summary judgment. I will rule in favor of Justin Baldoni. I will dismiss Blake Lively's claims against him. With prejudice, without prejudice, we'll have to wait and see. Can he just dismiss the case already? He can at the hearing on January 22nd, but we have to wait until January 22nd for the judge to make a decision. And until then, he has a couple of other trials that he needs to tend to. So everything's getting bumped, and we will have to wait until May for the trial to play out. But my God, were we ready? And apparently, Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni are expected to take the stand at trial come May. Isn't Blake Lively tired already? I don't know how she's not tired. I don't know what type of caffeine she's on, because we're all tired. Blake, we are tired. We are sick and tired of all of this. You keep dragging it out. Actually, I have a very serious question. Okay, because Cookie in the chat says their reputation is already cooked. We are tired. Yes, and I want you I do not want impulsive responses. I want very sincere, genuine, and I want you to take a minute to think about this question. Okay, because I thought about it last night. I thought about it a little bit this morning, and Again, I want you to not like, I know you're going to have an immediate reaction, but I want you to let that let it be a fleeting thought and really think about this answer. Okay. Because I feel like Blake Lively, I was watching Aphrodite. I like to watch him on YouTube. He's a tarot card reader, and I just like listening to his perspective on things sometimes. But I was listening to him, and he was just like, Blake should settle because her reputation is continuing to circle the drain. I agree with that. Now, my question to you is, if she were to settle, okay, before you impulsively respond, just hear the question, let it marinate, think about it, digest it, then answer, okay, in the comments, in the live chat, wherever you're at. If Blake Lively were to settle before trial, would that, I know you already hate her, but would that make you hate her a little bit less? If she just was like, you know what, I'm throwing in the towel. Would you hate her a little bit less? Like just a little bit. Okay, I'm not saying you're going to love her, because I know people are automatically going to be like, justice for Justin. We have to fight. He needs to be exonerated. She needs an apology. Blah, blah, blah. All of that aside, would you dislike her a little less? Or would you dislike her a little more should this go to trial? You know, that's the thing. That's what I want you to really marinate on, because I feel like the immediate reaction is, nope, we hate her regardless. But would you hate her again, just a little, like 2 centimeters less? All right, I'm going to let you answer that. And while you ponder on that question, I want to give a shout out to this week's sponsors. You know we love our sponsors. We know we love our sponsors, especially sponsors like Wayfair. They got just what you need. Listen, it is the holiday season, and we know that the holiday season can be stressful, right? And this is why you can get what you need fast with Wayfair. From bedding and linens to decor for every room of the house, Wayfair's your one-stop shop, right? I'm thinking of hosting some festive holiday parties or little get-togethers at my apartment this year, and I'm thinking I need some fresh barware. I need some fresh holiday decorations. I also like giving like nice hosting gifts. I just always think it's nice to give somebody something for their home, whether it's like a nice platter or like a nice dish or a nice candle or even some nice towels, like maybe with a monogram or something. I don't know, but listen, Wayfair's got everything you need: bedding, bath basics, things for the kids' room, home decor, storage for every space, kitchen essentials, living room essentials, everything. Wayfair's huge selection of home items in every style makes it easy to find gifts for everyone on your list. Was there anything that, anyone you still need to shop for? You can definitely check out Wayfair. Everything is segmented out so you can find exactly what you need, whether it's a gift for a pal, a gift for a family member, a gift for a colleague, a gift for yourself. There's something for every style and every home, no matter your space or your budget. Wayfair makes it easy to tackle your home goals and gift list with endless inspiration for every space and every budget. Plus, they have fast and easy delivery. Find all of your must-haves right now at Wayfair. Get last-minute hosting essentials, gifts for your loved ones, and decor to celebrate the holidays for way less. Head to Wayfair, WAYFAIR.com. Head to wayfair.com to shop all things home. That's wayfair.com. Wayfair. Every style, every home. We want to keep it. We want to keep the holidays feeling fresh, and we also want to stay looking fresh. And that's why I'm excited to shout out our sponsor at LifeMD. Say what? LifeMD. This time of year, I feel like it can really throw you off your routine, right? Schedules are changing, days are getting busier, and it feels harder and harder to stay consistent. And this is exactly why having a little structure can make a big difference, especially with all the holiday gatherings and travel. It's very easy for your weight routine to slip up a little bit, right? But a little structure can keep you on track. I was just talking to someone the other day who said that she does her best when she has a clear plan in place, especially during the holidays. Not like a strict program, but just something simple and guided that helps her stay grounded when everything feels like it's unpredictable. That is the kind of support that people look for right now. And it's why so many people are turning to LifeMD. It gives you medical weight loss care that fits into your day without overwhelming you. Everything is easy to follow. It's designed to work even when your routine changes, which can happen a lot during the holidays. You just start with a short confidential quiz about your weight loss goals, schedule a virtual visit with the board certified doctor. They review everything. If eligible, an FDA approved GLP-1 like Wegovy may be prescribed. LifeMD will work with your insurance or will work with you if you need alternatives with discounts if GLP-1 isn't covered. Prescriptions can be delivered straight to your home or they can be picked up at your local pharmacy. So it's super easy, super convenient. You also get ongoing support, tracking tools, and guidance so that you always know what to do next. And right now, LifeMD is offering a holiday and New Year sale with 50% off their weight management program plus free shipping, which makes getting started easier and more affordable. Just visit lifemd.com to activate the offer. Read all of the warnings before using GLP-1s. Side effects may include risk of thyroid cell tumors. Do not use GLP-1s if you or your family have a history of thyroid cancer. And also, while we're trying to stay on track with everything, it's very easy. I don't know if you've been there, but I know I've been there. With everything happening on this holiday season, it's kind of hard to stay on track of keeping things tidy. I know keeping my home tidy can fall on the back burner, especially with two large pups at home. I'm constantly cleaning up after them. And then I discovered Home Aglow. Home Aglow is a 5-star home service platform dedicated to making your space clean and tidy. With their easy online booking capabilities, you can instantly schedule top-rated cleaners in your area for a special occasion or regularly with their Forever Clean membership. To schedule a cleaning, you simply go to Home Aglow's website, choose the time, the day, and the time that you're looking for, and the duration of the cleaning to match with the cleaner that fits what you're looking for. You can schedule as quickly as this week or even get something on the calendar for next month. Get those New Year resolutions down. You can get it scheduled so that you can check it off your to-do list early, right? Stay ahead of the game. Stay ahead of 2026 with Home Aglow. I know I'm hosting some holiday shindigs at my place this season, so a good deep cleaning is one less thing that I have to worry about. I may do a good deep cleaning before everyone comes over and then a little spruce after the party. I don't have to worry about either. Take home cleaning off your plate this holiday season by using Home Aglow. Head to homeaglow.com/nofilter to get your first 3 hours of cleaning for only $19. You can't beat that. Your first 3 hours of cleaning for $19. That's Homeglow, HOMEAGLOW.com, homeglow.com/no filter. Go right now. All right, let's see. How are we feeling? Okay, everyone says I'm smelling a settlement. Not that she needs my forgiveness, but if I were Baldoni, you would forgive her. If she's remorseful, I would forgive her. Okay. Okay, Raquel. LM Hansen says selfishly, maybe hate her a tad bit less, but it would all depend on the PR around her settling, which I'm thinking the PR settling would lead to hating her more. Yeah, it would. Right. I think there's a lot to consider, right? Because you have to, like, there has to be a level of remorse, and there also has to be a level of accountability, and I don't think she's willing to do that. So I think it's hard to forgive her if she's not, like, I've always predicted from the very beginning. Glow says I would respect her for saying, I see now that I got this wrong. I think that's what we would need in order to forgive her, and I don't think we're ever going to get that from her. I think this is a battle of egos. I think it's an ego. I mean, arguably, as much as it's about Baldoni's ego, I do think it's about his reputation. Arguably, he's won over the public, and I think even if Blake does win at trial, like, it's not really going to change anything. Like, Baldoni has already won in the eyes of the people. Even if, excuse me, even if he's found, liable at trial, if he's, found to have done these things by a jury, I don't think that it would necessarily hurt his case. I think the public has seen and heard enough. And I think based off of what we've seen and we've heard, I don't know if there's any sort of forgiveness or retribution for Blake, even if she wins or loses at trial. I think if she wins, it people won't care. They'll think that the system is rigged. And if she loses, she'll cry that the system is rigged against women. But I think even if she loses, like, it's only going to make people feel validated in their disdain for Blake Lively. I don't think there's any salvaging her reputation at this point. It's gone way too far. But the sad part is it's continued to go on and salvage all these other people in the process. Like Isabella Ferrer, I don't think we'll ever, I think her career is done. Maybe if she changes her hair and changes her last name and, tries to rehab her image by coming back as somebody completely new, that may work. But like the stain of It Ends With Us will stick with everyone. Colleen Hoover, like, so many people are now deterred away from Colleen Hoover books based off of the way, which then turns them off to her movies solely based off of the way this is playing out with her involvement with Blake Lively and how they, really turned everything against people. The judge is in a no-win situation. Oh, now we're going to defend the judge. Donna Bowling says she's caused so much damage at this point. I feel like she is an awful human, especially if she settles. Listen, the thing is, the tornado came and it hit, right? As much as we're all praying that a house will come and fall on Blake Lively, the tornado just spun and everybody is part of the wreckage at this point. I do want to add, okay, so Brandon Skelnar, I guess that's a really good point, because Jenny Slate, didn't she have the show Dying for Sex? And then she has another project. So I kind of feel like from a Hollywood perspective, it seems like these people are still getting cast. Brandon Skelnar is in that new Housemaid, with Sydney Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried. So he's still getting cast. He's still getting roles. I mean, here you're going to get mad at me, and I know you're going to get mad at me, but I want to see Housemaid. I like Amanda and I like Sydney Sweeney, and I want to go and support both of them. So for me, Jenny and Brandon will be fine. Jenny is sort of fine, but I feel like the public doesn't really care for her. Brandon, I feel like, is really kind of getting by unscathed, and I think it's because he wasn't as big of a name, right? Nobody really knew who Brandon Skelnar was before any of this, and nobody really cares who Brandon Skelnar is now, which is the really fucked up part, because he's the one that went out and posted on his stories, as Michelle Maroney did as well. He's also in this new movie with Sydney and Amanda, Housemaid, which I do plan on watching and will give you an update on. And by the way, Sydney Sweeney is looking so hot. Like, she can literally turn any gay man straight. Sydney Sweeney is a bombshell. Like, the body and the bubbies and the hair and just everything looks incredible. I don't know. I feel like Brandon, well, he was just doing an interview, and it was interesting because they're trying to flip the narrative. I think it was Good Morning America, and they're trying to flip the narrative of Brandon being like, oh, it was Sydney Sweeney that wanted me on this film, and she's the one that got me the gig. And I'm like, really? Sydney Sweeney is the one that got you this gig? Because Sydney Sweeney, of all people, was like, yeah, let me pick Brandon Sklenar, this nobody that nobody's ever heard of. You're going to tell me that there was no influence from Blake Lively? I love Sydney Sweeney, so don't go and tarnish Sydney Sweeney's reputation by making it seem like she really wanted Brandon Sklenar in the movie. If Sydney Sweeney had a magic wand and she could pick whatever leading man, I highly doubt it would have been Brandon Sklenar, right? And you're going to tell me that there's no connection to Blake Lively, given that Brandon Sklenar openly supported Blake Lively, and this new movie is directed by Paul Feig. Paul Feig is the only one who is out there with Blake Lively for another simple favor, going to bat for Blake Lively. Paul Feig and Brandon Sklenar both pledged their public declaration of love for Blake Lively, and yet they're both working together, and you're somehow going to tell me their relationship together is what? Because of Sydney Sweeney? You think I just fell out of a coconut tree? No. I think he's saying that trying to act like Blake didn't bribe him. Even if she didn't bribe him directly, like there's still a benefit that he gains from the power and privilege that Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have in Hollywood, right? Blake got him that role in The Handmaid. On the Today Show, he tried to say Sydney got him the job. No mention of Blake. Yeah, all of a sudden, he's backtracking. All of a sudden, second coconut tree mention of the day. I know, because people really think that we just fell out of a coconut tree this morning. Any Taylor secrets? We'll have to wait and see. Donna says, hi, friends. Yes, I agree 1000%. Paul said Blake told him to hire Brandon. Where did Paul say that? Do you have a clip? Do we have a timestamp of that somewhere? Or you're just, that's your own speculation. Listen, Blake Lively came and she just blew everything up for everyone, and I don't know where we go from here. I don't know where we go from here. Okay, was there anything else? Oh, Jimmy Kimmel. I believe his show has been renewed. Good for him. I'm glad that he will be renewed for another year of declining ratings, because nobody watches his show. Nobody watches late night in general. Host of Hoda and Jenna. Now we have Chanel Jones. I don't know who that is. I don't even know if we really care. Is anybody watching the Today Show these days? I'm just trying to see if there were any other juicy headlines that came. But yeah, I mean, the biggest headline was the Blake and Baldoni stuff, but we'll see. All right, I have to wrap today's show a little bit early, just a little bit, because I have a meeting in 3 minutes, which should be a fun one. We'll see. But yeah, that's where we stand. I will be with you riding this train until May 18th. Let's pray that there are no more postponements. Oh, Meghan King and Jim Edmonds. I mean, do we really care? I actually text her and she never texts me back. She probably thought I was going to be like Kelly Dodd, blast her online. Meghan and Jim came to an agreement when it came to the kids, so it looks like she'll be co-parenting with Jim. I mean, listen, Jim has money. Does Meghan have money? Does she have like divorce money or something? There is a video of Paul saying Blake rests him. Oh, I think you mean recommended him. I believe it. Sorry, not a fan of Jimmy's. Does Jimmy Kimmel have real fans? E! News. Paul Feig told E! News that Blake Lively kept going on and on about how great he is while he was casting, according to a December 2025 report. Oh, well, there we go. So then Blake Lively really was. So is Brandon Sklenar turning on Blake Lively because he doesn't want anything to do with her? Because maybe he's seen the light and he knows that she's a liar, liar, pants on fire, liar, liar, hoe on fire. Or, dun, 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 or is he just trying to save his reputation? I mean, listen, I'm pretty sure she helped get him the job. You're good to Blake Lively. She'll pull a few strings and call a few favors for you. And that is how Hollywood works. So does that mean Taylor Swift can be deposed now? Deposition phases are done. There's a slim chance that Taylor Swift could be called as a witness at trial. I highly doubt that will happen. I don't know. More information has come out to show Taylor Swift's involvement. Taylor Swift was present for this alleged fat shaming beatdown. It's now been confirmed that Taylor Swift and Hugh Jackman have been present for all of this. So there's a very good chance that, I don't know. I find it unlikely though. But I mean, listen, arguably they could be like, listen, trial is set for May 18th. So now we at least know the dates so we can work with Taylor's team to schedule a time for her to come in and testify. What a bombshell that will be. The only unfortunate part about this trial is that it's not going to be public. None of it will be live streamed. It'll be like the Diddy trial, right? Where we just got like little sketches of people, but for the most part, we're not going to get any real photos. We're not going to get any live streams. We'll see them coming in and out of the courthouse. But what a man. I can't believe we have to wait until May. You guys, that's crazy. Okay, I have to run because I have a meeting in literally 60 seconds. But I love you. I appreciate you. Give me a follow at Just Plain Zack. Follow the podcast at No Filter with Zack. Subscribe. Hit the like button on your way out, guys. More details to come. I will be here updating you. I believe some creators are going. Zack, yes, that was the plan. I do plan on going. I probably won't go to New York for 2 full weeks. That would be kind of crazy and challenging for me to be gone for 2 weeks straight and leave the dogs here in LA. But we shall see. All right. Give me a follow, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave me a review on Apple Podcasts so I can give you guys a shout out and go support and show some love to my friend Donna Bowling. Donna Bowling, her show, Daily Dose of Donna, shows in the live chat today, but her show is going to be going live soon. So get ready for that. All right, guys. Love you. Appreciate you. Talk to you later.